number one financial firm in the country, right? So make sure y'all subscribe to this channel, right? When people hop on, they hop on. If you are if you are tuning in from, make sure y'all tag below where you're tuning in from, right? Tag below what you're investing in currently, right? Or what have you invested in, or what you invested in, how has it been successful, right? And how was it successful, right? So these are the things that you want to ask yourself, right? Um, we are the future of financial advisory, right? We are Supreme Wealth Financial Solutions, where we find solutions to all your financial issues, right? So if you want to start a trust, you contact us, right? The link below, the number is going to be posted below to contact us. We operate in all 50 states, right? And outside the country, because we deal with um, trust, right? We deal with building bank accounts on foreign soil, right? And don't say that too loud, right? Don't say starting a bank account on foreign soil, because you start to throw up red flags, right? But when you're a financial advisor, you deal with customers from all aspects of life. You deal with customers who are, you know, at their lowest of the low, and you maybe just be helping them with money management, right? Because money management is key, right? The main thing is about money management is our generation has not been good with money management because of the visuals, right? The visuals that we see every day. The visuals that we see every day are rappers, actors, everything that we see on TV mostly tells us to go buy, right? Instead of invest or to budget, right? You really have to have a budget in everything that you do, right? Make sure y'all appreciate everybody hopping on. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, share this information. Giving out the investment nuggets today, right? Giving out the investment nuggets today. Quick story, right? We was actually able to capitalize on cryptocurrencies, from the beginning, right? When they first started, before it actually was commercialized, right? So my wife did some research, and she came to me and was like that she needed some money to invest into this certain investment. And I'm like, what investment is this, right? The investment happened to be Bitcoin, right? And Bitcoin at the moment was going for $500 a coin, right? So we bought two coins. We bought two coins, right? And those two coins made it to 40,000 a piece, right? When it made it to 40,000 a piece, we took 80,000 out the market, right? And we reinvested it back into real estate, right? And when you reinvest your profits back into real estate, that cancels out the taxes that you have to pay on that money that you withdrew from that investment, right? So the main thing is checks and balances, right? Everything has to have checks and balances when it comes to investments, when it comes to money, right? Once you pull in, you have to have something to actually uh, put in. Then you have to have something to pull out, right? It just has to be an equal balance, kind of like accounting, right? The ledger, right? You want to be good at creating ledgers, right? And creating these ledgers are going to help you in your business, right? Comment below if you have a business, right? Comment below if you have a business and is looking to scale your business. And the main thing is scaling your business is knowing your ins and your outs, right? Knowing all of your expenses, right? And knowing your expenses from, right, what type of income that you're making, right? And it could be, you can use these principles in your personal life, right? What type of income are you making, right? Um, how much you make a month, right? You want to calculate your ends, what comes in, the deposits. Then you want to calculate what goes out, which is your expenses, right? And if you want your income to outweigh your expenses, right? So you at least have a little bit more leverage, right? The main thing is about this video is to find out how to leverage, right? Investing is nothing but leverage. So I just wanted to tap in with y'all today. Appreciate everybody hopping on. Just wanted to let y'all know about leverage. Want to let y'all know about, the checks and balances of, you know, not only trading, because trading is still fundamentals. Trading is still, financials, right? But you have to learn checks and balances before you can even become a profitable trader, right? You have to learn emotional intelligence in order for you to become a profitable trader, right? You have to learn consistency in order to become a profitable trader, right? So you definitely want to learn those three pillars, right? Consistency, right? Patience and discipline, right? And these are things that you need to learn in your regular life is self-discipline, right? When I don't hit a goal, I self-discipline myself, which means I take away things that I enjoy doing and I go do something that I don't really enjoy doing, right? I don't really enjoy running in this heat, right? Because it's hot, right? I don't really enjoy exercising in this heat, right? So that's how I self discipline myself. I'll go out in the heat and I'll exercise, or I'll go out in the heat and I'll jog because that's something that I don't normally do, right? That's something that I don't normally do. So, got people hit me up about getting down to the county because I got investments that I need to do. I have a piece of property that I have that I want to build on, right, in order to generate more income, right? The main thing is to figure out how you can generate more income on top of your current income, right? Don't let your jobs be your only income. Not saying, you had gurus saying before, your job is not for you. You're not supposed to be working a job. Well, just like I say, that's a source of income still, right? That source of income. But the main thing is to not just be complacent with that income and thinking that that's your buy all be all, right? Your money from your job is supposed to be your investor, right? Your job is supposed to be your investor to put money inside of brokers, right? Now, if you go to my YouTube page, you're going to see a list of tutorials on how to actually deposit money in brokers, right? How to actually get started in, a forex broker, right? How to actually deposit money inside your broker, right? There's going to be a list of videos as well on my YouTube that's going to show you my profits from, trading stock options, my profits from trading forex, right? These are certain things that you have to tap into in order to get to that next level, because your job, yeah, just reading emails, just reading text messages. I got some meetings lined up today, and those meetings are very important because these are going to be how we're going to actually uh, expand our brand, expand our firm, right? SupremeWealthFinancial.com. Make sure y'all go there and fill out a application, right? A onboarding application for our clients. We are looking to expand Supreme Wealth Financial. We're looking to um, train agents, right? We're looking to train agents on how to become, profitable traders, how to become profitable insurance agents, right? Because we do the insurance side, we do uh, the trust, right? And we do trading, right? Trading in order to make extra sources of income, right? And that is key nowadays, is to make extra sources of income so you could actually get to that next level in life. So you can actually, be what you can be, right? Because you have to use money, right, as a tool, right? Using money as a tool and not just as what it's used for, right? People blow money on, exponential things, crazy things, right? The main thing is to get to that next level in life, right? In order to get to that next level in life, you're gonna have to sacrifice some things, right? Excuse me. And in order to sacrifice some things, right, you're gonna have to. And when I say sacrifice, I don't mean kill somebody, right? When I say sacrifice, I don't mean, take somebody off the planet that you actually love, right? People tie up the word sacrifice with something bad, right? But say that I like to do something. That sacrificing is like your self-discipline, right? You have to sacrifice buying, certain things that are not going to make you extra money, right? And then you're going to actually have to sacrifice, you know, doing certain things in order to get to that next level in life, right? Yeah, in order to get to that next level in life. And once you get to that next level in life, there's always going to be more levels that you're going to have to go up, right? There's going to have to be more levels that you're going to have to go up. So you make sure that you document every level that you go up, right? Make sure you reach back uh, in order to bring somebody up, right? Because I'm always here trying to uplift that next person, right, to that next level, uh, whether they like me or not, right? I don't know if they like me or not until we actually work together, right? And it may not work out, right? Certain things, certain partnerships may not work out, and that's key on learning your business, learning your niche, learning your way of life, right? So, I'm going to end with these three things, right? Make sure in life that you are consistent, right? And that's consistently doing what you need to do in order to get to that next level, right? You're gonna have to be disciplined, right? The three pillars: consistency, right? Discipline, and patience, right? You have to learn some type of patience in life, right? And when you learn those three pillars in life, your money will stack, your money will grow, right? And getting into a different mindset, right? The main thing is getting into different mindsets in order to elevate, right? So make sure that y'all contact me at the contact Supreme Wealth, right, at the link below, right? Not only the link below, but the number below, right? Make sure you contact our office so we can get you linked in to the right people, so we can get your investments lined up, so we can get your wealth plan, so we can get your legacy protected. Jeremy Glover, peace. Over and out.